So hello guys, today in this video I will be showing my latest project that I did on the React course track. So this is also the final project of the React course, and the project that we have to make is shopping cart project. So basically it's a simple project where we have to kind of mimic a shopping cart. It should have a cart to add items to, it have a store page um, which lists some fake products which are taken from this fake store API, and there should be a add to cart button, and when we click that button it should add to our cart. So before going to the details I will show you what my project looks like. This is what I did. This is a home page, and then there's a store page, and then there's cart page. These are the three main pages that we have in our website. So yeah, as you can see, these are some products from the fake store API that I showed it a bit earlier. If you click on the add to cart, it will be added to the cart, and as you can see here, there's a small badge here which shows how many items that our cart has. Yeah, so as you can see, it will be updated here as well, and there's also like the option to add multiple items at once, multiple quantity of the same item at once. And yeah, so this is a store and this is the cart page. Here as well we can change the quantity of our item, and the total price will be rendered here depending on the quantity and the price. And here also a delete button to delete the stuff, and then here's a checkout button which obviously don't work. So these are the things that we have. Yeah, before going much deeper into a project I will show you something here. Yeah, first let me reload. When I reload, as you can see, it shows the loading right, and I will go to the network tab. When I first reload the page, it will obviously get the products and images from the fake store API, as you can see here. But let me show you something. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me hard reload first. Yeah, so you can see this has been, yeah, all the images and the product details has been fetched from the fake store API. And let me show you something. I go back to the home, and then I go back to the store page again. Here you can see that these items are cached, like it loads instantly. Yeah, these are cached, and this was only the first load which took our bandwidth, and the rest of the yeah, and from the second iteration it's all cached. So for this I use something called tan stack query. Yeah, I will show the details later. So this is what the project looks like. So before going to the code, let's read the requirements of the project that the Odin laid out. So we should have at least two pages, a home page and a shop page. I also implemented cart page as well, and yeah, some jargons. Yeah, we should have a add to cart button, how many items that they want, and yeah, to also fetch the products from fake store API. We can also use something else as well, but since I already laid out fake store API here, just used it. And yeah, we should clear the missing in prop validation, but I didn't have to do that because I didn't use JavaScript for this project. I used TypeScript. But before this chapter they told that we shouldn't be using TypeScript at this point, like it would take some overhead, and yeah, they said to focus on prop types to clear these prop validation errors. But I went with TypeScript because from my research, I saw that TypeScript is the current industry standard and everyone's using it. So yeah, I thought I would also use it, but it's nothing hard, to be honest. It's just JavaScript, but like a little more decoration to it. It's nothing hard. We can study it easier. We can start, like, it is easy to start. And we should also use React Router DOM to make these, like, different pages according to the URL. And yeah, for styling the application, what I used is Tailwind and Shardcn components. They also told that we shouldn't be using Tailwind and component libraries at this point in this styling React application course. They promoted using CSS modules and CSS in JS, which is basically styled components. Yeah, but from what I saw, component libraries and CSS utility frameworks like Tailwind are more used. Yeah, here's the warning. So I didn't went with CSS modules or CSS in JS option, and I went with Shardcn and Tailwind. Tailwind, I think everyone knows Tailwind. It's basically a framework which provides some from pre-built CSS class files and class names, and we can use these class names to lay out styles for our web page. Like, each of these class name has some associated styles, and if we put this class to our component or to our HTML tag, the corresponding CSS styles would be applied. So along with Tailwind, I use Shardcn. So basically, Shardcn is a component library that is built on top of Tailwind, and it provides components like card that I used here, and these cute buttons, and yeah, these cute buttons and things such as that. So I used it as well. Yeah, it's against their warning here, but I see more people using Shardcn and things as Tailwind even more than this CSS and JS and CSS modules, so that's why I went with that. And React Router, it's nothing complex. It's the same thing. I just use React Router DOM, and for type checking, as I said, I used Tailwind, because even though the Odin projects said want to not use it at this point, even the React official document as well, they are promoting the usage of Tailwind. So that's why, not Tailwind, TypeScript. So that's why I'm with TypeScript. As I said before, it's nothing hard to use. And for the fetch, I didn't went with default fetch. I went with where is it, Tanstack query, and yeah, Tanstack query. This is the thing that I went with. So if I only use like regular fetch, I think for each time that I go back home and go back to store, it would like refetch all the things from the internet and losing our bandwidth. So yeah, and also it's something that's used everywhere, so that's why I used as well. So speaking about the entire React path, it wasn't like hard, to be honest. Like what we had in our JavaScript course, the JavaScript course was like the hardest that I encountered. This React was quite easy, and yeah, but there were some places that I think that the course chapter wasn't up to the mark. Like, there were many places that skipped many things, like skipped many important things, and there were like places, especially in this React testing, where they like didn't mention or didn't expand upon some of the important things. But anyway, with the additional resources, I could just master it from additional resources and by just googling. So yeah, it's okay. And considering that this is a newest course, right? React this React is, yeah, React is a newly made course in the top in the Odin project, so yeah, I don't mind it. And yeah, so for the hosting I use Cloudflare pages. It's the one that I've been using for all my React projects, so I went with that. And for the code, as I said before, this is TypeScript project. So you can see TypeScript. We can just generate TypeScript with Vite using template React -ts instead of what we regularly use is React, right? Just React, right? We only have to like -ts to use TypeScript with our project. And yeah, some regular src. This lib is made by Shardcn. It's not something that I created. Assets I created to just keep the index.css. This also is generated by Shardcn. And the components pages, this type is like as I said before, I use TypeScript, and TypeScript mainly focuses on like adding types to JavaScript. So we have to like annotate types for some objects that we use. So yeah, what I have in this type is types folder is like the type of some objects that are shared across many components, so that I can just import it from here. And yeah, next the main thing we have is layout.tsx, main, yeah, routes, if you want main. Yeah, in the main I imported React router DOM, and I passed React router DOM with the router. Yeah, with this router, and every time the component layout will be rendered. So the layout is basically the layout layout of the page. Like it has this this top navigation menu, like it's the same everywhere, right? It's the same in every pages, so that's why I put in a layout. And this is the layout.tsx file. And yeah, navbar is printed every single time. And then we have what we have here is a outlet. And in the layout I also created a state named cart items. So with that cart items, we are showing it here, like how many cart items that we have in our cart. And yeah, then we are using outlet to pass the cart items and set cart items, so that we can see those items in the cart, and to also add items to cart from the store page as well. Yeah, so the path, basically in the root we are showing layout, and as the children, if it's a root, then we are showing the home component, else we are showing the store component. If it's store/store, then we are showing store component. If it's /cart, then we are showing the cart component. But every single time the layout will be rendered, and as you can see, that layout is here, and we are passing the outlet here. And depending on the URL, the React router will render the corresponding page as well. So that's a React React provider router. And then we have here is query client provider, which is used for TanStack query. As I said before, the caching mechanism and such things, we have to use TanStack query. And this is a context that we have to, like, context, what is this, I don't know, context or component that we have to like encapsulate into, so that we can use the TanStack query functionalities. And these are some components that we have: card item, items counter, navbar, yeah, some regular components. And this UI folder contains components made by the Shardcn. These are Shardcn components, it's nothing that I wrote. And yeah, so basically this is an example of a component that I wrote, navbar.tsx. Basically this navbar, which is shown in every single page. And yeah, it also, like, this nav link also has is active property that we can use to find like if it's a store page, as you can see here, this is highlighted, right? So yeah, is active will be true if the if the link is active. Like here the store is active, so it will show is active here, and we can like style custom colors or CSS to that. And then we have here is pages. So as I said before, every single time the layout component is rendered, and yeah, in the layout component there's a navbar, and then there's 3 pages depending on the URL, the route. So for the home route, like from the slash route, we are rendering home. So this is our home, and this is what gets rendered when we are going to home. And then the store is here, and it's rendered when the store is clicked. And we are also using where is it? Yeah, we are also using use query, which is the tanstack query, to get the items from the verb. And yeah, and we are also like getting the set cart items function from the outlet value that we shared earlier using this use outlet function. And these are like types, by the way, the React types, not React, TypeScript types. So like this is just plain JavaScript. As you can see, if you remove this product number, then it's just regular JavaScript, and we are only adding like some decorations which are types on top of JavaScript. So it's easier, it's nothing like hard to learn, it's easy to learn, and you should also use it because it saved me sometimes from some nasty bugs that I made. Like it prevented me from crashing my application when I'm coding. So this is only a static type checking. It's not like run when we are doing production. It's only run when we are in the development mode. Yeah, and the cart page is loaded when we are in the cart route. And here we are getting cart items and set cart items from the outlet. So this is what we have as the project. I will link to this URL as well as my GitHub repository as well. So yeah, I completed my React. Yay! I was hoping to complete it by November 15, but didn't happen. I completed it by like 26th or 7th, I don't know, and I'm close to completing everything of top. Now it's database only has like 3 chapters, 2 chapters and 1 project, and I think I will ace it because I already know much about database from my university college. So I don't think this will be something hard for me, and I honestly aim to complete this database course before December, so that I can start Node by the first week of December. But I will keep it updated. And yeah, so that's about my recent project. Yeah, thank you.